Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. If not, welcome back, and thank you for supporting me. I'm Coretta. In today's video, I will be sharing a few tips and tricks to layering easy weed and glitter heat transfer vinyl, better known as HTV. Let's get started. For this project, I'm going to use heat transfer vinyl. I have some green glitter vinyl, some silver glitter vinyl, and I have some black everyday iron-on vinyl. This is heat transfer vinyl, HTV, and I purchased it from Expression Vinyl. You need a cotton t-shirt and the standard green mat. I also used my Cricut Explore Air 2 and my Cricut Auto Press. So here in Design Space, I'm going to start making my design by selecting the text option on the left side menu so that I can type the word that I want as a design for my shirt. So while the word text is highlighted, I'm going to type Girl Boss in all capital letters. Once I have my word typed, I'm going to change my font. The font that I'm using today is Page Grotesque, and I downloaded this font from thefont.com. So I'm going to select my text, and then I'm going to go up to the top menu, and I'm going to click on the drop down menu. I'm going to select System because this is a downloaded font. It's on my computer, and so it is under the system fonts. In the search font name, I'm just going to type the first few letters of the name of the font that I want to use, and I'm going to hit enter. And then I'm going to select the Page Grotesque Black Demo. And that's my font. I'm going to change the color of this font to a black because right now it's a dark gray. And to change the color of the font, I'm going to select on the operations. I'm going to check this little box, this square with the color in it. I'm going to select that, and then I'm going to choose the color black so that the word will be black. So now I've selected my font and the color, and now I'm going to add some offsets to this design. So I'm going to select my text, and then I'm going to go to the top menu bar to offset, and I'm going to select offset. Here in offset, once you click offset, it'll give you a preview. And from this preview, I can see that offset is too big for the offset that I want for my shirt. And so what I'm going to do is I normally put my offsets at 0.15. I'm going to click anywhere on the offset menu so that it can size up. And then I'm going to click apply because I like that offset. The offset is gray. So I am going to turn this color of the offset to a lighter gray silver color. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to select that offset, and I'm going to add another offset. And to add another offset, again, I selected the offset that we just created. I'm going to go up to the top menu bar, and I'm going to select offset. It's going to default to the last offset that we used, and I can see it, and I like it. And so I'm going to hit apply. pretty. But I've decided that I want this offset to be green. And that is the design that I want to put on my shirt. Next, I'm going to size the design. To size the design, I'm going to select all the layers and group them together, so that when I size the design to my desired size, all of the layers will size together. And for this design, I want it to be a little larger than the standard size because it's just one line. So I'm going to make this design 11 inches wide. And to do that, I'm going to unlock the proportion, and I'm going to change the width of this design to 11. And then I want the height of the design to be kind of high. So I'm going to change it to 3.75. And it looks a little bit out of the way. So let's do 25, 3.25. And I'm going to try 50 just to see if it's bigger. So let's try 11.3.5 in height. So I think I like that. Now I have my design ready to cut, and I know I want the green and silver layers to be cut with glitter vinyl, and I want the black layer to be cut with everyday iron-on. Because glitter vinyl is considered to be a top layer only, it is not recommended that you layer on top of the glitter vinyl. So in order for me to layer on glitter and everyday iron on glitter, I'm going to have to do a hack by slicing out the layers so that they can fit on top, so that I can layer on top of them. To do this, I am going to select the design, and I am on the top right menu, I'm going to select ungroup. So I ungrouped all of the layers. Next, I'm going to select the black layer and move it out of the way. Then I'm going to select the green and silver layer, and I'm going to go down to my right menu bar, and my bottom right menu bar, and I'm going to select slice. So everything has sliced out. So I'm going to move the gray out of the way, and then I'm going to select the sliced area, and I'm going to hit delete. And that is the first layer of my design. The second thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to select the gray layer, and I am going to send that to the back. I'm going to select the black layer, and I'm going to move it on top. And just so that, to make sure that it's centered the way that it's supposed to be centered, I'm going to select the gray and the black layer. I'm going to go to the top menu bar and select align, and I'm going to align center horizontal. With the two layers still selected, I'm going to go to align center vertically. And so now what that does is it makes sure that everything is still lined up. And to slice out the silver layer, I'm going to select the black and the silver layer again. I'm going to go to the bottom right and select slice. And once everything in the silver layer is sliced out, I'm going to move the black. I'm going to select the silver slice results, and I'm going to hit delete. And then I'm going to move this to the top, and I'm going to move this to the top. And what I'm going to do to make sure everything lines up again, I'm going to select all the layers, and I'm going to go back to the top. I'm going to align center horizontally and align center vertically. And so that puts my design back to its original state. You cannot see behind the layers, and so when I get ready to cut it, it's going to cut out so that I will be able to line it up and press my shirt. With the design positioned back together, now I'm going to go to make it. And I'm going to go to the upper right hand corner and I'm going to select make it. On this screen, we see our design on the color coordinated mats. Since I will be cutting heat transfer vinyl, I want to make sure that all of the mats are mirrored. And so to mirror all of the mats, I am going to select all of the mats. So the gray mat, I'm going to turn on the mirror option. So to turn it on, it'll be green. I'm going to select the black mat and I'm going to turn on mirror. And then I'm going to select the green mat and I am going to select mirror. And basically what that does is it flips the design horizontally so that when you cut it, it cuts backwards. But when you press it on your shirt, it'll be facing the right way. After I have mirrored all the designs on their mats, then I can select continue. On this screen, I will select the materials that I will be cutting. I'm going to be using the Cricut Explore Air 2, and I have my dial on custom so I can select any of the base materials that are available. For this project, I am going to be using glitter iron-on vinyl and everyday iron-on vinyl settings. So for the silver matte, I am going to select the glitter iron-on setting. And I'm going to have it at the default pressure. When the silver layer finished cutting, I'm going to select my green mat and I'm going to cut that on glitter iron-on. When the green mat finish, I'm going to select the black mat. And then I am going to change to everyday iron-on. So after each mat cuts, I'm going to, when the silver and the green mat cut, it's going to be on glitter vinyl. And when the black mat cut, it's going to be on everyday iron-on. Now remember, everybody's machine is different. So if you're cutting a material for the first time, always do a test cut. That way you don't waste any materials and you'll know what settings is best for the material that you're cutting based on your machine. So now I have all of my settings complete. It's time to load the mat for cutting. So I'm going to load the mat and I'll be back to show you all how to load the mat. So here we are at my desk and I am going to use the green standard grip mat and I'm going to add my heat transfer vinyl, which is the glitter heat transfer vinyl. When placing your vinyl on the mat, you're going to add your vinyl and you're going to place it shiny side down. So this is the shiny side and this is the dull side. The dull side, the light is reflecting, but that's the dull side and that's the shiny side. So you want to put the shiny side down. And I always just line it up corner to corner. That corner, line the top of it up like that. And then I just kind of let it fall and push down as I go. And then you want to make sure you get all the bubbles out of it. Oops, sorry, hit the camera. Get all the bubbles out of it so that you can get a clean cut. Next, you will load your mat into your machine and you will press the flashing arrow to get the machine to receive the vinyl. And then you're going to press the flashing C for it to cut. So once the machine has finished cutting the vinyl, you want to unload the mat and remove the vinyl from the mat. The best way to remove the vinyl from the mat is to turn it over, and you want to peel the mat away from the vinyl. And this is going to help keep the vinyl from curling up. Next, we will weed the parts that we don't want from the design. So before I get started, I'm just going to cut off the excess vinyl so I can save that for a project later. Now, to weed your design, all you need to do is pick a corner of your vinyl and pull it up from the corner. So if you peel it, pick it up from the corner, and then peel it back onto itself, like so. And so what you want to do is you want to remove all of the unwanted pieces inside your design. So I'm just going to weed out this middle portion here. And that's the first layer of our design. Now I'm going to finish removing and weeding the rest of the vinyl, and I'll be back. Now that I'm finished weeding, I'm going to prep my shirt for pressing. Okay, so here we are at the heat press, and I have the heat press heated up to 320. And so I'm going to prep my shirt. To prep my shirt, I'm going to lint roll it to get the lint off of it. And then I'm going to give it a pre-pressing to get the moisture out of it. And I'm going to press it for like 3 seconds. That's good. Next, I am going to fold the shirt in half so that I can find the center of my shirt. Even though it's a V-neck shirt, I don't want to assume that the shirt was sewn together properly. And so I want to find the center of the shirt by lining up the seams on the side of the shirt evenly. And then pressing the shirt to get the line in the middle. And I'm going to do that for like 3 seconds as well. Okay, that's good. So now that I have my shirt prepped and ready, now I'm going to put my design down. Okay, so next I am going to put my first layer down onto the shirt. And you want to put your first layer about on a V-neck, it's 1.5 inches down from the top. And so you want to put your design on your shirt and you want to check to make sure everything looks centered. I guess that's centered enough. And it's straight, so everything is straight. I'm going to put my parchment paper on top. And I'm going to press this for 3 seconds. Okay, so that's my first layer. And it's a warm peel. So basically I just want to tack down the design. I don't want to give it a full press. I just want to tack it down so that I could put down all the layers. And I'm pre-pressing it because, I'm only doing 3 seconds because I don't want the vinyl to shrink from the heat. So that's the first layer. The second layer is that you just take the second layer and you line it up inside of the first layer, making sure that everything fits. So that fits in there. I'm going to put my parchment paper on top. Not my parchment paper, I'm sorry. My Teflon sheet. I'm so used to using parchment paper. I'm going to put my Teflon sheet down, and then I'm going to press this layer also for 3 seconds. Again, this is a warm peel, so I'm going to peel off the second layer. And then I'm going to add the final layer. And basically, I'm just going to line this up into the first and the second layer. Line it up like so. Make sure everything is good. Everything is good. I'm going to put my Teflon sheet on top, and then I'm going to press this for the full 15 seconds. Okay, let's peel. Okay. So I think that came out great. What do you guys think? Think that came out good? Back it up some. Let me lay it back down. Yeah, I think it came out cool. It's cute. It's cute. All right, guys, that's all for now. I hope that you were able to follow along with my process. If you liked this video and would like to see more, please give it a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and consider subscribing to my channel. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified every time I upload a video. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments below and I will respond back. Thank you for watching and see you in my next video.